everyone, welcome to class today. We'll get started in just a moment. Just taking a few minutes to allow everybody to arrive today. So we're going to start today's class in a seated position. So if you want to make your way down to your mat, and if you want to sit on something, maybe a pillow or a blanket, that's always an option if you have something available. I'm sitting right now on my bolster here with my, so that just allows you to raise your hips a little bit and your knees can come down at the front. But if you don't have a bolster or a pillow, that's perfectly okay, or a towel, blanket. You can always just sit right on your mat, just making sure that when you're sitting that you're on your sit bones. So you maybe just want to just lift up a little bit, make sure you're on your sit bones and not sitting back on your coccyx or tailbone. And once you're in that position, I'm just going to turn this down. Okay, once you're in that position, cross your legs. They can be in front or underneath, or if you're really flexible and you want to get into the lotus position, please go ahead and do so. So let's just start today by centering and bringing our awareness into the room and away from all of the activities that we've been doing so far today. So I invite you to just roll your shoulders back a little bit, a few times. And maybe forward. And then when you stop, just let your shoulder blades relax right down your back. Your hands can be on your knees, or they can be on the floor, whatever's comfortable for you. Go ahead and close your eyes or gently soften your gaze by looking down your nose. And begin to bring your awareness to your breath. We're not trying to change the breath at all, just noticing it and bringing our awareness to the gentle inhale and exhale as we bring ourselves into the space that we've created today so that we can completely give ourselves up for the next 30 minutes. Begin to feel the weight of your body on your mat, getting heavier and heavier, and releasing any tension that you're feeling. So relax the shoulders, relax your fingers, your wrists. If you're feeling tension between your eyes on your forehead, let that go. Your neck and your jaw. As you exhale, let that tension just go. Floats away. And coming back to the breath. And we're inhaling strength and hope and possibilities. And as you breathe out, you're breathing out negativity and tension and anything that's holding you back. And let's take a nice deep, long inhale together. Fill up the belly, fill up the chest, hold it at the top, open your mouth and sigh it out. And one more time. Breathing in, filling the belly, filling the chest. Nice deep inhale. Open your mouth, sigh it out. And if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open your eyes. Let's take the hands down to either side And we'll inhale together as we raise our arms up. Exhaling. Arms come down. One more time. Inhaling, raising the arms up. And exhaling down. Now I invite you to lengthen your spine. So begin at your tailbone and just kind of feel your spine lengthen as your head reaches towards your ceiling. And again, if you find your shoulders are coming up, and sometimes might do, just let them relax. Let those shoulder blades relax behind you, but continuing to lengthen so that your head is reaching up. Tuck the chin a little bit so that you're feeling the length at the back of your neck. Beautiful. And let's try and hold this posture as we inhale and raise the right arm overhead. As you exhale, we're going to bend, opening up the right side body. Inhale, raising up again. And exhale, bring the arm down. Opposite side, inhaling, raise the arm up. Exhaling, extending the left side body. Inhaling up and down. And let's just take this flow a few more times. Inhale and exhale, nice and slow. Really extending the right body as you come over. Inhaling and exhaling. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, coming over to the right. Exhale, come up. And bring your hands down to the sides. Let's take the left hand now and place it on your right thigh. We're going to take the right hand behind us. And again, making sure you're lengthening the spine. Inhale as you get tall. And as you exhale, rotate to the right. And just keep on going, and you can go ahead and take your head around so you're looking over your right shoulder. We'll take a few breaths here. And as you exhale, unwind, coming back to the front. Let's do the opposite side now. So we're going to take the right hand, place it on the left thigh. Left hand's coming behind us. Inhale to lengthen, nice and tall. And as you exhale, rotate around to the left. And let your gaze continue over your left shoulder. Taking a few breaths here, maybe on the exhale, you can go a little deeper into the stretch or maybe not. And then as you exhale, release and unwind and come on around to the front. And wherever you are, if you're on a mat or if you're on a bolster, let's get rid of the bolster and roll yourself down very slowly and gently so that you're on your back. And when you get to your back, stretch your legs out. Stretch your arms overhead, really reaching either way, getting a nice full body stretch. As you inhale and then exhale, let it all go. Relax, release, and soften. And inhale, stretch again. Fingers up, toes down. Like you're waking up in the morning. And exhale, release. Just come to natural breath here. Then on your next inhale, bring your knees in towards your chest. Rock side to side. Find the sweet spot on your back. And then come to stillness and extend the legs straight up. And let's take whatever movement feels good for the feet. So you can rotate the ankles around. You might want to point and flex your toes. Maybe you spread your toes wide and you crunch them up. Taking any of those movements, any combination that feels good, go ahead and take a few minutes to send some love to your feet. We appreciate that they take us where we need to go every day. And then come to stillness. Bring your knees into your chest. And rock over to one side or the other, pushing yourself up and coming to tabletop position. So tabletop position is just coming to your hands and your knees. And we're going to check in with our foundation here. So I'm just putting my hair back. Give me a second here. Arms are underneath your shoulders and shoulder width apart. Knees are below your hips, hip width apart. Spread your fingers nice and wide and press the fingers into the mats. And you may find the palms of your hands come up a little bit. This is going to help to strengthen your wrists and protect them for any time you're doing weight bearing on your arms. There's always the option of this for wrists if you happen to have any wrist pain, or maybe if you're beginner at this. But I do encourage you as often as possible to spread your fingers wide and really let those fingers and your arms absorb the weight. So from here, we're going to go into a few cat-cows, pressing away from the mat. Shoulder blades come apart. As you inhale, lower the belly and lift the chest for cow. And as you exhale, tuck in the tailbone, bring the belly button up, arching the back, bringing the chin to the chest for cat. Inhaling for cow, lower the belly, lifting the head up, lifting the hips up. And exhaling, coming into cat. Lift the belly button up, tuck the tailbone, chin comes in. And continue to take this movement, so we're connecting movement with breath. We're inhaling as we do a cat and exhaling cow, and exhaling as we do a cat. And go ahead and stay in any position that feels particularly good this morning. Continue to press away from the mat, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. So we're doing some spinal flexion and extension here. It feels really good. Let's just come to a flat back wherever you are, finishing off. And take the hand now and place it in the middle. So your left hand's going to come over to the middle. We're going to take the right hand now. We're going to reach it up. Doesn't matter how high it goes. We're just reaching it up. And then bring it down. Thread the needle. Coming up as you inhale. And as you exhale, threading the needle. Keeping the fingers spread wide on the front hand. And down. So we're getting now a little bit of spinal rotation. And down. And come back to center, place the hand down. We're going to take the right hand now and bring it into the center. Left arm's coming up. Again, doesn't have to be really high. Thread it through. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, thread it through. One more time, reaching up. And then bring the hand back down. Let's take our knees nice and wide, toes come together, and bring the bum back to sit on your heels. You can walk the hands forward, bringing your chest down and your belly down between your outstretched thighs, and bring your forehead down to the mat. Coming into child's pose for a nice rest here. If this hurts your shoulders to reach out, you can always bring your hands in and rest your head on your hands like a pillow. As you inhale, breathe into your back body. Expand the rib cage at the back. Really filling up. Nice exhale. One more time, inhaling, filling the back body. And exhale. Come on up. Bring the knees in together, coming back into table. Take your hands just slightly forward if they're not already up there. Fingers are spread wide, tucking the toes under. We're going to come up to our first downward dog. So hips come up high. Bringing the head, the ears around your biceps. And go ahead and walk your feet. Pedal your feet. Really bending one knee and then bending the other. And as you notice, as you bend the left knee, maybe pressing your right heel down. And as you bend your right knee, pressing your left heel down. Taking our dog for a walk. And then eventually come to stillness. Look to the front of the mat, and let's take a walk very slowly to the top of the mat. And once you reach there, go ahead and forward fold, allowing your belly to land on the top of your thighs, letting everything go in the forward fold. And then inhale and bring your hands up to your shins. Nice flat back. Feeling a nice extension of the spine here from the tip of the tailbone all the way to the top of your head. Really lengthening out. And then release. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. And sweep your arms as you stand up. Inhaling, bringing the palms together, and then palms come to heart center. And let's just take a moment here to breathe. I'll let my dog in. Inhale as you sweep your arms back up. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Hands on your thigh or your shins. And then exhale, place the hands down. We're going to step back with the left leg. Foot's going to land flat on your mat at a 45-degree angle, so the top of your toes are pointing towards the top left corner of your mat. Engage your core to feel strength, maybe pressing your thighs towards each other, really planting your foot down. And when you're ready, walk your hand up. We're coming into Warrior One here. Front knee is bent, knee is over top of the ankle. And let's bring the hands up to heart center. Checking in with alignment, making sure that your hips are square with the front of your mat. If you need to, maybe you pull the right hip back a little bit and press the left hip forward. You'll feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor and maybe even feel a little bit more stability in your Warrior One. And then as you inhale, raise the arms up to complete the full expression, keeping that knee over the front leg. Don't let it collapse side to side. Keep it nice and straight. Taking a few breaths here, enjoying Warrior One. Lots of strength in this pose. Maybe you take a little bit of a back bend, opening your heart, shining it up. And then as you exhale, bring your arms down, and we're going to take them behind us, interlocking the fingers. And you can have them straight just at the base of your spine there. And we're going to come into Humble Warrior here. So we want to bring our shoulder blades together and really open the heart. And as you exhale, begin to forward fold at the hips, coming down towards your knee. And as you do this, you may want to bring your fists up. And we are bowing to whatever deity you would bow to as a humble warrior. And then inhaling, come on back up. Beautiful. Keeping that knee bent, we're going to relax those arms, bring them out front, interlace them out front. Palms are facing towards you, thumbs are up. And round the back and get a nice stretch. Inhaling and exhaling, feeling the strength in the legs, keeping the core engaged and pressing the thighs together. And let's flip the hands the other way. So now the palms are facing out and the thumbs are down. Round the back. And then release the hands, lower them down to the mat. And let's step the foot back, coming into a downward facing dog. You can take this opportunity if you like to go into child's pose. You can walk your dog or you can remain in stillness. Make sure your fingers are spread nice and wide. Fingertips are pressing into the mat. You're pressing your chest back towards the top of your thighs. Nice V shape here. Taking 3 more breaths. And as you finish your last breath, looking to the top of your mat, walk up nice and slowly to the top of your mat. forward fold completely, relaxing the belly on the thighs. Head and neck are relaxed. As you inhale, come halfway up, extending the spine, nice flat back, a little bit of a flex in your knees. And then exhale, coming back into that forward fold, pressing your feet down, rise up as you sweep your arms up, bringing the palms together and back to heart center. Just for a moment of breath, and to gather, to rest, to restore. Inhale, sweep the arms up again. Forward fold. Inhaling, hands are on shins. As you exhale, plant your hands down on the mat, this time taking the right leg back, stepping it back and landing the foot flat in a 45-degree angle with your toes facing the top right corner of your mat. If you need a little bit of width, you should be hip width apart. You can go a little wider if you need to for stability. So go ahead and make any adjustments. Engage the core, maybe pressing those thighs energetically towards each other, and then walking yourself up into warrior two on the opposite side. Nice bend in the front left knee. Knee is over top of the ankle and not caving in anywhere. And once you're settled, bring your hands to heart center. Taking a breath here. And on the next inhale, raise the arms up for the full expression of Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1. And again, if you want to, you can take a little bit of a back bend here. So you're bringing the heart, facing the heart up, and your gaze comes up with the heart. You're not actually taking your head up. You don't want any scrunchiness in the back of the neck. And if you're in the back bend, come back straight up. Let's take those hands behind us, interlocking the fingers and resting that fist down towards your tailbone. And when you're ready, inhale. And let's exhale as we forward fold, remembering to open the chest and bring the shoulder blades together. Coming down, coming down, coming down. And then go ahead and lift if you want, or you can keep your fist right where it is. Bowing is the humble warrior. Taking a breath or two here. Energetically squeezing those thighs together for stability. Up just a little bit more. And then as you inhale, come on up. Let go of the arms. Let's take them out in front. Rounding the back, interlocking the fingers, thumbs are up. Nice stretch in through the upper back. Keeping the front knee bent. And let's flip the hands so thumbs are facing down. It's a little bit of a different stretch here. And then lower the hands. Bring your hands down to the mat, either side of your foot. And let's step that left foot back, coming into one last downward facing dog. Taking it for a walk. Or maybe you land in stillness for a rest. As I've mentioned, heels don't have to come down. Slight bend in the knees, just taking a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, walk your hands back now towards your feet. So we're going to come standing at the back of our mats. Release into a forward fold, and we're going to come into a ragdoll. So the only difference here is we're going to take each elbow into the opposite hand and really let loose here. So bending the knees, relaxing the belly on the top of the thighs. And maybe you can rock little figure eights. Let your head nod yes or no, whatever you need to do to just let it go. Release the arms, walk them forward, bring the knees down. And taking the knees wide, toes can come together. Let's sit back into one more child's pose. So sitting the bum back, belly comes between the thighs, arm position, whatever works for you. Taking a few calming breaths, restoring breaths here. Breathing into the back. Today is Earth Day. So hoping that everyone has an opportunity to get outside and to feel the nature and to appreciate all that we have on our earth. It's all of our responsibilities to take care of it, appreciate it, and enjoy it. As you inhale, come on up to your hands and knees. And extend the right leg out, straight out. Flex foot, heels pressing to the back. Press away from the mat. And then hover that leg over the left foot, touching down toe. Take your gaze over your left shoulder. A nice full body stretch on the right side. And then release the leg, bringing it back to tabletop. Let's do the other side now. So we take the left leg, extend it out. Flex the foot, pressing the heel back, pressing away from the mat with your arms and your hands. Hover that leg over to the right, over top of the right leg. Touching the toes down to the floor, take your gaze over your right shoulder. One more nice cleansing breath. And as you exhale, bring your foot back, bring your head back, coming back into tabletop. Let's walk the hands back and just sit for a moment on the feet, getting a nice stretch in through our feet. And swing the feet around to the front. And roll yourself down onto your back. And once you get there, bring your knees in, hug them in tight, rock side to side. Feeling that spot on your lower back. Maybe you take small circles in one direction. And you can go ahead and go in the opposite direction. And then come to stillness. Bring the soles of your feet together as your knees come apart. And walk your hands down towards your ankles. Spread those feet apart, bringing the knees in towards the armpits. We're coming into happy baby. So your hands can stay on your ankles here. Or if you can reach up to the insides of your foot or the outsides of your foot, whatever works for you. And then if you'd like to take your happy baby into a rocking motion, go ahead and do so. I always giggle at my little granddaughter. She does this all the time. All babies do. And it feels really good. Nice stretch for the hips. And if you are rocking, come to stillness. And bring the feet back together. Close the knees like a book. Bring the feet down to the mat, about hip distance apart with your knees spread. Or bent, sorry. And go ahead and heel toe your feet out to the edges of your mat. Knees are still bent. And just begin to windshield wipe your knees side to side. Arms can be at your sides. And then when you get to the left side, let the legs just fall to the left, taking your arms out wide like a T. Lift your head and take your gaze over your right shoulder. Just wringing out the spine here. As you exhale, allow yourself to deepen into the stretch and maybe feel more heavy on your mat. Starting to let go before we go into our final asana of the day, Shavasana. And lift the head, bring it back to center. Take the knees side to side one more time, back and forth. And when they come to the right, let them fall to the right, lifting your head and taking your gaze over your left shoulder. And once again, just allowing yourself to melt into the stretch, feeling the weight of your body on your mat as you wring out your spine. Taking a few more breaths. And then bring your head back to center, bring your knees back to center. Stretch your legs out, bringing your arms to your sides. Palms can face up if you want to receive energy. If you want to feel grounded, you can have palms facing down. Let your feet just fall. Lift your head, tuck your chin slightly, lengthening your neck. Roll your shoulders under and below you. Finding comfort. We're going to head into Shavasana. Just taking a few moments. And know that my voice will call you back when the time is right. You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. Today is Earth Day, and the earth is what we all have in common. Today is a day to praise the mountains, the oceans, the wind, and the rain, or the snow, the sunrises, the sunsets, and all of the earth's wonderful creatures. This is the day to give thanks to our home, our earth. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Begin to wiggle your toes, and rotate your ankles, or if you do have extra time and you want to stay in Shavasana, then you can go ahead and do that as well. But if you are coming back, continue to take small movements to bring your awareness back into your room, back into your body, back onto your mat. Rock your head side to side. And eventually bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. And when you feel ready, roll either onto your right side or your left side and push yourself up to a seated position. Crossing your legs, and maybe you might want to just close your eyes again just for a moment as we take a nice deep inhale in together. And exhale. And on the next inhale, raise the arms overhead, gathering up all the prana. And exhale as you bring your hands down to heart center. Thank you for joining me today. Then I hope that you got a good stretch today, and I hope that you do have an opportunity to get outside, go for a walk, and enjoy all that this earth has to offer us. Namaste, everyone. Say namaste, Lacey. Thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day. And we'll see you next time.